For centuries, the world's mightiest empires, the Romans, the Persians, the Mongols, the Ottomans, and the Russians all cast their ambitious eyes upon a formidable, jagged spine of land separating Europe and Asia. The Caucasus Mountains. They saw strategic passes, rich resources, and a gateway to new conquests. But what they found was something they never truly managed to break: the unyielding spirit of the Caucasus peoples. This isn't just a story about mountains. It's about the dozens of unique tribes and nations who made these peaks their fortress, their home, and their identity. From the snow-capped peak of Mount Elbrus to the shores of the Caspian Sea, this region is a living museum of languages, cultures, and ancient traditions, forged in the crucible of constant resistance. So, how did they do it? How did small groups of Highlanders hold off vast, organized armies for millennia? The first and most obvious answer is the terrain itself. Imagine trying to lead a Roman legion or a Mongol horde through narrow, winding gorges where an ambush could come from any direction. Supply lines were a nightmare to maintain. The harsh winters could decimate an army more effectively than any sword. The mountains were their greatest ally, a natural fortress that funneled invaders into kill zones and offered endless places to hide and regroup. The people of the Caucasus didn't just live in the mountains, they were one with them. They knew every cave, every pass, and every secret path. But geography alone doesn't tell the whole story. The real secret to their resilience lies in their social structure. Unlike the centralized empires they fought, many Caucasus societies were organized into clans, or teams. These were tight-knit kinship groups, bound by loyalty, honor, and a shared code of conduct. There was no single king to defeat, no capital city to burn. If an empire conquered one valley, the clans in the next valley would continue the fight. This decentralized resistance made them incredibly difficult to subdue. To conquer the Caucasus, an empire would have to conquer every single village, every clan, and every family, an almost impossible task. This fierce independence is deeply embedded in their culture. Take the Circassians, for example, renowned for their martial prowess and a strict code of honor called ad. This code governed everything from hospitality to warfare, emphasizing courage, dignity, and unwavering loyalty to one's people. Or consider the Chechens and their famous tower houses, stone sentinels dotting the mountain landscape. These weren't just homes. They were family fortresses, designed to withstand long sieges and protect the clan within. Each tower was a symbol of a family's strength and their refusal to bow to outsiders. Language also played a crucial role in preserving their identity. The Caucasus is one of the most linguistically diverse places on Earth, a true Babel of tongues. Some language families, like the Nactistanian group, are found nowhere else in the world. This linguistic mosaic wasn't just a quirk of history, it was a form of defense. Each unique language reinforced a group's distinct identity, making it harder for empires to impose a single, uniform culture. When you share a language that no one else understands, it strengthens your bonds and your sense of who you are. Of course, the history of the Caucasus is not one of complete isolation. There was trade, cultural exchange, and even alliances with the very empires they fought. But time and again, when empires tried to turn influence into outright control, the mountains and their people pushed back. The Persian Sassanids built massive fortifications, like the Derbent Wall, trying to seal off the mountain passes. But the raids continued. The Mongols swept across Eurasia, but found the Caucasus a frustrating and costly distraction. Perhaps the most famous and brutal chapter of this long struggle was the Caucasian War in the 19th century. The Russian Empire, at the height of its power, spent decades trying to subdue the region. They faced legendary leaders like Imam Shamil, an Avar warrior who united many of the mountain clans under the banner of faith and freedom. For 25 years, Shamil led a brilliant guerrilla war against the Tsar's armies. Becoming a symbol of resistance across the world, he used the terrain to his advantage, launching lightning raids and disappearing back into the mountains, frustrating one Russian general after another. Eventually, the sheer numbers and industrial might of the Russian Empire proved overwhelming. Shamil was captured in 1859, and the war officially ended a few years later. But did the empire truly conquer the spirit of the Caucasus? The decades that followed including the Soviet era with its brutal deportations and attempts to erase local identities, would suggest not the traditions, the languages, and the fierce pride of the Caucasus peoples survived. Today, the region is a complex tapestry of independent nations and autonomous republics. The struggles are not over, and the echoes of history are still felt. But the legacy of their ancestors, the Highlanders who stared down empires from their mountain strongholds, is undeniable. They proved that true strength isn't always found in massive armies or sprawling territories. Sometimes it's found in the bonds of a clan, the echoes of an ancient language, and the indomitable will to be free. The mountains that empires couldn't conquer stand as a testament to the enduring power of human resilience. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the heart of the Caucasus fascinating, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more stories from the crossroads of history. See you next time.